Hey guys, it's Brennan the Paleo Dude, and welcome back to another Jurassic World figure review and unboxing. Today we'll be taking a look at the new Battle Chompin Carnotaurus from the Epic Attack toy line. You can see it says on the box there's 3 levels of intensifying damage, along with some graphics here on the back showing which buttons do what. So it's got one on the back here for the chomping action. And then there's actually 2 buttons for the battle damage feature. One kind of on the upper part of the ribs and one closer to the belly. Now that's pretty interesting because right off the bat I'm thinking other theropods, you know, with their mouth open, can hit both buttons with the bottom and top jaw. So that's pretty neat that they included 2 buttons instead of 1. So it could be, I guess, more realistically bit. And we're outside right now, so you can't really see the feature too well. But it lights up and flashes red. It actually looks really good. It's not some cheap light feature. It only highlights the scrapes, the scratches along the side. And it is fantastic. Definitely recommend checking it out in person. When I first saw these figures, I was a little skeptical because the whole light feature thing can be hit or miss. It can look very cheap, like what Hasbro did with the toy line, or really good, which in this case what Mattel has done. But yeah, I'll definitely do another video with the figures from this lineup, like these guys, in the dark to really highlight it. I'll try and capture it as decent as I can, maybe with my phone camera, but the light actually gets brighter apparently as you tap it more and more, and it produces different sounds. It also has a head swivel feature like all Carnotaurus figures at this scale, where you can rotate the head, and then the chomping feature usually is on the tail, but instead we have the scan code there, and the chomp feature there, which is not bad, but it's a little awkward to reach your finger forward while rotating. But I already took this guy out of the package, so we don't need to go through the hassle of unboxing it, thank goodness. So we'll yeet the box. The sculpt itself is completely based on the last 2 Carnotaurus figures we received from the Camp Cretaceous lineup and the Primal Attack lineup. It looks more similar to the Primal Attack Carnotaurus figure, but you can see the details have been slightly more enhanced by the paint job itself, because this is more of an airbrush. It's very like light, and it kind of slowly transitions into different colors, whereas this one is just a solid hard coloration, and the print is mostly on different features that stick out, like the horns and the bumps on the back, so it gives it more of a crisp appearance, which I really like. And other than that, the tail and the arms, everything else is basically identical to the previous figures that we have with this mold. Thank goodness the toes are painted. Of course the arms have no paint along with the fingers, but if we compare it to the original Carnotaurus, which was very much more of a red color, this one has similar hard paint job, like I said, as well as a similar sort of pattern, especially on the back with the blotches, but it has a lot more of these little fine dots, and the original has these larger ones, but it does have paint on the tail, whereas this guy does not, which is becoming more and more apparent with the Mattel recent lines. As you can see, the previous Carnotauruses have paint on the top of the tail, which make them look really nice, whereas this guy does not. But half of that is to do with this scan code, and I guess the other half is what budget costs, lazy, etc. It would have been really nice to have that color continue. It would have made the figure look perfect head to tail. If you just cover it up, you can see the pattern and color all the way from the head to the body, and then nothing on the tail. It just, if they didn't color the legs, it may have looked a bit more, I don't know, uniform, but having all that color on the rest of the body and then nothing on the tail stands out a lot to me. Something that's great though that they did really well is the jaw is closed in standard position. A lot of fans, a lot of collectors constantly complain about the dinosaurs' mouths being stuck open permanently, and I guess Mattel has been hearing everyone, and now the mouth opens from a closed position instead of closes from an open position. So I think that's really nice, very cool. Since the mouth is on a little spring, so it's stuck in whatever position it is. Mouth being closed, it looks a lot more natural and pretty neat. So compare it to one more Carnotaurus in the lineup. This one's from the Dominion toy line, and it is very small. I was actually hoping that we'd get this Demon Carnotaurus coloration on one of the larger Carnos. You can see this guy's missing the horn, just like from the movie, but the problem is this is really tiny. It's a juvenile one, and in the movie it was an adult. So I was hoping potentially this Carnotaurus figure would be the adult Demon Carnotaurus, but unfortunately we got the same coloration as usual, which isn't too bad of a thing because I do enjoy this color above all else. So it's way better than our previous iterations with that paint scheme and pattern. So I think it's still fantastic that we finally got what I'd say is right now the peak Carnotaurus figure. But again, having a black and kind of orangey red one with a broken horn would have been fantastic. Potentially they're saving that for a future toy line. But for now we're just stuck with this little sad paint job Carno for the Demon style. But this guy came out alongside two other figures. Now of course there's more in the lineup coming out at the moment, but for now we get two oversized dinosaurs, the Dilophosaurus and the JP3 male raptor. Alongside the Carnotaurus, they don't look too bad. The Carnotaurus' paint job is a lot better than, say, the Dilophosaurus in terms of detail. They even painted the underbelly, but I do like how it kind of feels natural among them. It still stands out because these seem to be lacking a lot of the detail that the Mattel dinosaurs in other lineups seem to have, and this one continues to have that insane amount of detail on the sculpt as previous figures, so it definitely stands out as being, oh yeah, quality Mattel sculpt, less detailed Mattel sculpt. These kind of feel cheaper in the paint department, in the detail department, and they're the wrong size, so they're struggling to fit in and look like a part of the same lineup. One could believe that these were made from a completely different company, and it's easy to see the Carnotaurus is just beautifully detailed in comparison. You can see all the wrinkles, the folds, the little where are they? Little scales on the face, and then when you look at these guys, it's kind of just vague wrinkles, and that's kind of it. I don't know. So hopefully in the near future we get the rest of the lineup, and maybe they start improving the sculpts, because you'd think that these would be cheaper, having less detail and kind of less paint application, but they're super expensive in Canada. These are about $25, so pretty insane, but I like them nonetheless. They're not too bad. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Definitely check out the rest of my channel and subscribe for more videos like this. I've got other unboxings on the way, other comparison videos, and yeah. So again, hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.